What's the first thing you think of when you see Bayer Leverkusen? I guessed it. It's the first time that they ever won the Bundesliga under their new manager last season, Xabi Alonso. But there's a twist. He has just departed for his dream club, Liverpool, and Bayer Leverkusen have hired me to try and take over them. Bayer Leverkusen have a problem, but Mr. Valitek is here to rebuild them. And the first thing we have to do is change this formation because it looks absolutely horrid. This is not a formation of Champions League winners. And quickly I analyzed exactly what we saw. Is Jeremy Frimpong the next big thing, that right wing back that's wanted by top European clubs? And next to him is Granit Xhaka, the former Arsenal CDM. And also Florian Wirtz, the best player that Bayer Leverkusen has ever produced. And Palacios, a World Cup winner, and also Florian Wirtz. This guy is going to absolutely carry this team, so we know that we have two gems. But there's still another problem, which is the goalkeeper position. 82 Hartreich, we need to transfer list him, but thank God the board has backed us up with 72 million, so we get to splash the cash on this team, find some improvements, and try to win them the Champions League. Patrick Schick, the man of the 2020 Euros, Adam Schlozek, also the same nationality as, of course, Patrick Schick. Victor Boniface is also here, so I think it makes sense to get rid of Adam Schlozek. He won't be getting game time with the best two strikers in the team. And here's some offers from Aston Villa, a pretty good club, but I'm gonna reject that. Just when you think that rebuilding Bayer Leverkusen, the Bayer Leverkusen board has already come with some objectives. They want me to sign a player this season from the Bundesliga, and they also don't want me to lose to Dortmund or to Bayern Munich. These are some pretty tough objectives. And speak of the devil, our right mid will be going to Dortmund. We are up to 97 million, a Champions League budget, but we still need that goalkeeper position that we need to sort out. An offer from Bayern Munich has already come in. Schlozek will be making his way out to Porto or West Ham. Now we're up to 128 million. It's time to make a signing, and it has to be Diogo Costa, the Portuguese goalkeeper. And the first offer I put in was 50 million, but that was quickly rejected. But fear not, guys, I'm going to be signing Manuel Neuer, of course, from Bayern Munich. Oh no, this guy has been here for Germany, he's won the World Cup. Imagine having such good experience in the goalpost. For just under 3 million, we were able to sign Manuel Neuer. The next big thing in post, but there's a problem. His overall will probably skyrocket down to the floor. And the next position I want to improve is that Hoffman position, which is by signing Christopher Nkunku, like I said, one of players in FC24. And just when I thought I could sign Christopher Nkunku, he might have been out of our budget. That's why I decided to go all the way to the Eredivisie to sign Noah Lang, but he's not going to be leaving because he's too important for the club. So maybe that Bundesliga signing from the board objectives could be completed by signing Leroy Sané. I negotiated with him, he accepted, and finally the number 8, wait, what? Okay, he's actually supposed to be number 7. I don't always change kit numbers. But there we go, the board objective for the Bundesliga signing is over the line. Now the question remains, will this guy be able to change our team for just 80 million? Now it is time to play our first ever match of the Bundesliga. And all the headlines were doubting me, but this game would really tell. And it was against my favorite club in the Bundesliga actually. Fun fact, it's RB Leipzig. The clock was ticking. 5 minutes into the game, Patrick Schick, my favorite striker in the game, had to hit the post. And immediately RB Leipzig responded. And guys, you won't believe it, it was Yusufa Adli, a former Bayer Leverkusen player that I sold. Don't get me wrong, we did have a few chances here and there, but it just didn't seem like this team would do anything. We lost 1-0 to RB Leipzig, and it was to a former RB Leipzig player. And that game may or may have not taught me that we need a new striker, but fear not because we have Victor Boniface at the team, so he'll be the main striker even though he's 80 overall. The next game was against Gladbach, and it would be a very, very testing and difficult game. Florian Wirtz, Leroy Sané, our new signing, will they prove to actually be as good as we thought they were? And it was actually Hoffman that stepped up and proved me wrong. We did manage to sneak in a tournament against Gladbach, but our next problem was Bayern Munich. And it was Hoffman playing against his club. He managed to get a shot, but the new Bayern Munich goalkeeper had saved it. And after sitting down and resting for a while, Harry Kane decided to punish us. But right after that, the next huge prospect of this Bayer Leverkusen team had decided to respond against Bayern Munich. It was Jeremy Frimpong, literally a Hankara Messi. Wait, no, why did I just... Objective complete, 1-1 draw against Bayern Munich. It was not a loss, and we're actually in the Europa League, not the Champions League. 9 games in, our champion-looking team was actually in a Conference League spot. Well, we still managed to pick up wins in the DFB Pokal. And if you thought that was bad, we're playing against Dortmund, and it did not end so well. Nathan Teller, a former Bayer Leverkusen player, fouled Florian Wirtz, and for that he got a red card. 60 minutes into the game, Grego Kobel was Leroy Sané's worst nightmare. Well, I'll tell you one thing, this team really does know how to press, but it actually lost the ball. An objective has been failed because we just lost 2-0 to Dortmund, but halfway through the season we're actually 4th, which is actually pretty good. We're in the quarterfinals against Mönchengladbach, and now we topped our group with 1 loss. 38 million in the bank. We have to find a very good way to distribute this money into our bench. And if we really Champions League, we need to find some pretty good squad depth. And I knew exactly who I was going to find with him in Olympic Lyon career mode. It was a certain Dutchman, Memphis Depay, one of my favorite players in the world and in history. He had decided he'd be able to help this team in the cam position by switching from a centre. So just like that, the signing of Memphis Depay had been in the bag. I actually signed him in all my career modes. But next we needed that central midfielder position. And I think, guys, it only makes someone from my ends. But there's a problem. Palacios has just left us to join Inter. Wait, there's no way this is actually true. This guy's already left the team. This guy has actually joined Inter. But look on the bright side, 96 million to spend. We need to spend this money really well. And the signing we need to make is a certain Real Madrid player, a Champions League winner, Eduardo Camavinga. We are going nice and hard. He's 53.5 million, so just like that, I have to sign him up. Camavinga, Camavinga. There we go, guys. The signing of Eduardo Camavinga has officially been done for just 65 million. Just 1 million over that still leaves us the money to make that central midfielder position, so Barrio Martins from Mayans to Bayer Leverkusen, here we go. I'm actually a Liverpool fan, so it does make sense to sign a former Jurgen Klopp player. We still managed to win 4-1 against Bayern Munich, meanwhile we're still picking up form. End of the season, look at how everything is going. As I'm going through the calendar, our form is picked up and we have just won the Bundesliga with just 2 signings in Camavinga and Barrio Martins. We're in the final knockout and also the Europa League against a team I've rebuilt before. Camavinga's grown up to just 1 overall, and it came down to the final game of the season. Victor Boniface, was he able to perform? Yes, he was, putting goals in the back of the I messed up my cut. Putting goals in the back of the net for fun. Granit Xhaka as well. The 4-0 win against FC Augsburg, we had finally reached the objective, which was to win the Bundesliga. But the celebrations actually have to end here, because we still have 2 more finals, which is to complete the treble, which is part of the board objectives, which is of course the Europa League and the DFB Pokal final. We actually smashed them 6-2. And we also won 3-2 against Roma. Click on the top right to watch me rebuild them. Surprisingly, Jonas Hoffman, 31 goals, 18 assists. What a performance from him. I was expecting Victor Boniface to step up more. 23 goals and 4 assists from him is actually not too bad. Florian Wirtz, of course, no excuse, we can't sell this guy. But it's time for a new season. We need to see how we can analyze the squad and make it the best. Manuel Neuer has overall, so you already know what time it is. It's time to find a new goalkeeper. Oh damn, guys, actually Manuel Neuer is retiring at the end of the season, and he's, oh my days, what on earth happened to this guy? He's only earning 45,000 wages, but I think it's time that we also renew contracts. But let's keep analyzing the squad, what we need to do. I genuinely think that backline is sorted. Frimpong on the left, on the right, Grimaldo also on the left. We have Jonathan Tah and Tapsoba, but now the question is, where are we gonna really focus on? It already has Jonathan Tah's contract, 1 year remaining on it. This guy said he's gonna absolutely trust me. He knows what I can do to this Bayer Leverkusen team. I've rebuilt team of the team. He knows exactly what I can do to this team. And Jonas Hoffman, he's definitely staying with him. But 168 million, we're going to splash the cash on someone that I needed to sign long time ago. It's Diogo Costa. We tried to sign him in season 1, but we all know how that ended. And Diogo Costa finally came in my office. He asked me how well this team is going to perform this season if he joins. 50,000 wages was just more than enough for him. And you just know I had to convince him. We're going to win the Bundesliga. This season, we're going to win the Champions League. This is my final end of the season contract. So just like that, a keeper from Porto is a done deal. He didn't want to join Man United, but of course he joined me because of you click that subscribe button. Patrick Schick had a bonkers season last season, so I'm going to have to transfer this him and try and look for something else, which is probably that attack, maybe a new right winger, depth. And the transfers that I saw were pretty questionable. Mitoma to RB Leipzig, Unai Simon to Inter. What on... Like guys, Serge Gnabry went to. Oh man, I can't even talk anymore. Patrick Schick will be going to Villarreal, and now we can actually take a good look. I've been saying this for the past 8 years, and I know where we need to improve. But before we could even prove anything, Granit Xhaka has decided to join Tottenham. Imagine Tottenham. There's too many release clauses, but that raised our budget up to 189 million, and that really unleashed me, guys. We need to go in for the best signing in the world, which is Rodri, a Ballon d'Or winner. We tried to negotiate for him, 130 million for him. Was basically not enough from Pep Guardiola, so he kicked me out. But you know, I'm Valitik, guys. I never give up on that subscribe button. So we offered him 145 million, and you just know, Pep Guardiola immediately had to accept this. But the tension was too high, so I exited the 160 million. Rodri was convinced by the board, and me of course, and just like that, the signing of a Ballon d'Or winner, probably to win the Ballon d'Or again because he's the best in his position. I genuinely think Vinny was robbed. Let me know in the comment section down below if 160 million is good enough for him. So 160 million has been secured. Diogo Costa as well. We're in the UEFA Super Cup final against Bayern Munich actually. And Harry Kane had a penalty against our new signing, Diogo Costa. He played some mind games, but he did manage to save the penalty. We did go on actually to win the UEFA Super Cup 2-0 with the brace in the 19th and 5th minute from Victor Boniface, which shows that this guy is actually going to be competitive in the Bundesliga. There were actually no more the board objectives this season, which is just to win the Champions League. But a 4-1 smashing we took, and a 4-1 defeat we took. But against the likes of Dortmund and all the other teams in the Bundesliga, our form in the calendar, we were absolutely performing. But the question is, how is our team actually performing? We are halfway through the season with this Bayer Leverkusen team of Season 2. Victor Boniface is on top. Florian Wirtz is having a bit of an underperformance, which was in the quarterfinals. And in the group stages against Benfica, Rangers, Olympic Lyon. Click on the right to watch me rebuild them. Because really the main concern is Palacios. We actually knocked them out of the Champions League. We're in the Champions League final we're going to here. We literally knocked out Bayern Munich. We're in the DFB Pokal final. The Liga we came short. But wait, did I just say we came short? Hey yo! But we are in the league final against Juventus. Let's take a look on how we just got here. Well, we obviously topped our group stages. We managed to actually knock out a few good teams like Inter, where Palacios went, and in the quarterfinals, really we actually knocked out PSG 3-1 in aggregate. And then we managed to knock out Bayern Munich, the Bundesliga winners, but not Champions League. Victor Boniface grew up to an 85 overall, which is actually pretty good. I should have some player objectives. Hoffman to an 86, we're supposed to replace him with Christopher Nkunku. Florian Wirtz to 13 and 13, but now it's time to play the DFB Pokal final. And let's just say Boniface might have had a little bit of fun scoring goal. And now guys, we're actually in the Champions League against a certain team that Palacios has played against, Juventus. They've been smashing every single final they've played. Their booty holes have his head, and so has a subscribe button. I could be there, right? Never mind. With some pressing for the face, I nearly aimed at the opening goal. Except my stream decided to lag on me. But don't worry, we actually here. And the Bayer Leverkusen rebuild has been done. Some ups and downs with players leaving us, players not trying to build us. Well, they've all left. Us has left. You not click the subscribe button. If you guys want to be part of the new team of the year, make sure that subscribe button. Like video to help us support. And click one of the videos that YouTube's here you must watch.